Clearly, you know who you're talking to. I am in danger. I recently rewatched the entirety of Breaking Bad, so obviously I gotta make a game about it. First of all, I want to make it look like an old game, since that's faster to do, and I've seen some Breaking Bad PS1 edits on YouTube that I was very inspired by. The first thing I did was just to make Jesse, you know, make him in Blender, give him some animations, real low effort stuff. And I really don't like texturing characters, so one is enough. Walter is gonna have to be hidden inside the RV and just toss the product out. I know, yeah, this game is all about salesmanship, you know, distribution, if you will. It's about walking around town, leaving things in dead drop locations and picking things up from dead drop locations. You know? You get one? I started off making this game very inspired by GTA San Andreas, and I was going to have interactions between Jesse and the customers on the street, but again, that's too much work for me, you know, too many characters. So now, instead, we just have drop-off spots. Once I had the drop-off spots implemented, the game reminded me very much of this pizza mission from Spider-Man 2 with the Italian music in the background. So of course, I had to find some fitting mariachi music for this game. But am I gonna base my entire game off of one mission in Spider-Man 2? I could, but there's another game that has drop-off spots in its core mechanic. Crazy Taxi. I realized that my core game loop was very similar to Crazy Taxi, so I made it even more similar. And I really leaned into the arcade aspects of the game by adding a money counter and a leaderboard and, you know, a timer that refills. And you see these houses, I didn't make them myself. They're assets from the retro collection thing. I'll link it in the description. I did make the RV myself though. Now the drop-off spots are randomly placed around the world, and I can't expect the player to just run around these houses until they find the drop-off spot they're looking for with the timer counting down. So let's keep copying Crazy Taxi. Big arrow over your head that points to the drop-off spot. And people say Skyrim's waypoint system is obnoxious. This is, you know, this is like Skyrim's waypoint system on Mr. White. New problem. The game is too easy. It's too easy. The player just runs straight to the drop-off spot. We need some obstacles for the player. Not literally though. This is not the 2009 hit game free running for the Nintendo Wii that I bought when I was 12 because you could play as a woman in a sports bra. No. This, I'm talking about like a cop. He slowly drives through the neighborhood in his cop car and you cannot be seen by him. Because if you get seen, I got this, you know, Skyrim, not Skyrim, but, you know, detection bar meter that cannot be filled, because if it fills, you're busted. So now you gotta dodge the cop car and get to the drop-off spots before the timer counts down. I sent this build of the game to the Discord, and they did alright, I guess. It's not like they did fine. They didn't beat my time or anything. So the game was ready and playable, but I thought this world looked small and dull and boring. Every house looks the same. I can do better. So I made it like 4 times as big, added parking lots and parks with trees and bushes, perfect for hiding things that you want to hide. And I also added traffic. Traffic. This brought problems. It works most of the time, but you know, once in a blue moon, if the stars align, 4 cars will enter an intersection at the same time and cause a traffic jam because they're all in the way of each other. And since the cop is also a car, this causes the cop car to get stuck in the traffic jam. And sometimes I just see a flying car out of nowhere, which I don't know about. I haven't figured that out yet. The traffic jams kind of solve themselves because every car has a deletion timer on it, which is meant to go off when the car has exited the world and it's no longer visible. But that timer keeps counting down even if the car is stuck in the traffic jam. So in the event of a traffic jam, the timer will go off on the car and the car will disappear and in turn fix the traffic jam. That is not a bug, people. That's a feature. And in the spirit of making bugs into features, I will just check if a car is currently on the ground, and if it's not on the ground, I just add some jetpacks to it. And voila, no more bugs. Now I feel confident enough to post this on itch.io. Crystal Hustle is available right now to play Windows, Linux, and please don't beat my high score. If you want to be part of the game testing squad for my next video, the Discord link is in the description. If you want some behind the scenes source code access, I have a Patreon where I post all of the source code and project files of all of my projects. It's $5 a month. Please give me money. Jesse, we need to cook. Jesse, let him cook. Jesse, he needs to cook.